Welcome back to Where Next Adventures. I'm Andy and this is Cam in the driver's seat today. We're currently on our way to Bristol Airport as we're getting a flight to Belfast in Northern Ireland for a 3-day, 2-night trip to the Northern Irish capital. We've got a few things booked in and a few things planned, but we're not going to talk about them just at the moment. You'll find them out as we see them ourselves. We're also going to treat this trip as a bit of an exploration of Belfast. We've never been before, so we'd like to see what it is like and see what we can find along the way. So join us as we take this trip to Belfast. So we've just got off the bus from Belfast City Airport and we will show you that in another video about how we actually got here, because that was really...
So this video might be a little bit different. These series of videos we are filming on a different camera than usual with no microphone. As you can see, it's quite a grey drizzly day here in Belfast and it's meant to be like this the whole duration while we're here.
No.
We normally wear a microphone and we have an Osmo Pocket. And the Osmo Pocket can't be used in this weather. So we've got a waterproof camera, no mic, so hopefully you can hear us. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that it could look a little bit and sound a little bit. On first glance, it's very like mix of Cardiff and London, isn't it?
It's a lot bigger than Bristol, or it feels bigger than Bristol, but it's not quite like a European city that we've been to. So, yeah, and the architecture is very similar to Cardiff as well when we were there.
I see a Greggs.
Where is the Greggs?
Just over there. I can smell the sausage rolls.
We'll get a shot of the Greggs, our first Greggs, and first Cafe Nero as well.
Oh yeah, and there's a Pret. I mean, it is a city. It's going to have these things,
Yeah.
isn't it? So
Yeah, and we are still in the UK, so.
but it's green.
And there is the Greggs. It's grey and white and yellow, not blue. Oh, sausage roll! That's your choice.
I like
it?
the vegan sausage roll more.
Yeah.
Controversial.
We've actually switched, haven't we? We prefer vegan sausage rolls now. But I think...
They're not so greasy.
What's my one in there?
In there?
Yeah.
Oh, a steak bake.
Definitely a steak bake. And over there is a Tim Hortons.
And a butter chocolate.
This could be your first Tim Hortons.
It could if I try it all, yeah.
Well, we're heading that way, so...
Straight down here. Try and do your audio thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to get a magnet.
We'll definitely get our magnet. Waterstone.
Lots of shopping can be done here.
Yeah.
Lots of shopping. Although we haven't got a lot of space in our bags to take anything back.
We've always got room for a magnet.
A magnet, yeah.
And always got room for a subway.
Purple building.
What's it say?
Something blossom.
In unity, strengths, blossoms. It's quite a nice saying.
Massive Primark. Absolutely beautiful. Do you know, our Primark is tiny. There's probably like 4 rails from then. So even though we're not going to be able to take a lot back, we can have a little look.
And I was recently watching a video by Tour with Ben, and he was saying about how there was a Greggs in the was it Birmingham one he was in?
Oh, what, in Primark?
Yeah, so you go into Primark and there was a Greggs in there, and there was like a Simpsons experience.
Yeah, no, I do. I have seen that. I remember. There it is. There's our hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Hotel.
Oh, so I'm on the wrong.
Fancy.
I'm on the wrong side of the street.
Should we cross?
Yeah, let's recross the street.
I was hoping a bit of sun, but we can't control the weather. Okay, go on. We checked in, we put our bags down, and we headed out into the city to find some food.
How cold are you?
It's chilly.
Chilly?
Chilly.
You got your gloves on?
Yeah, gloves, scarf, hat, all of the above.
I've not got my gloves on.
My new coat.
Oh yeah, your new coat
from Tesco.
Can't really see it in this
£35. You see it now?
You can see it a bit.
Some lovely cafes and stuff and restaurants, isn't there?
Yeah, like big cafes. But because it's Sunday evening now, it's what, 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's all a bit like this. Reminds me of Cardiff. This right in the centre. Do you remember that bit?
Yeah, like they always have like an art piece.
Yeah, it's outside the library in Cardiff. Massive
Starbucks. Yeah, huge.
But we're heading for Victoria Square.
Shopping centre.
Yes.
There's food in there. We're going to go and have something that you can get places, but
because whilst we've not had a strenuous day, we've had a long day.
Let's be honest, it was stressful.
We had a bit of a stressful airport experience, but we'll talk about that later on. But now the first order of the day, even though it's the last thing of the day, is going to be our food, our main meal. We're doing that classic thing where we compare places to other places. This is like Cabot Circus in Bristol.
It literally looks like with it up and down. Yeah, and I bet the restaurants are upstairs. Oh look, they are upstairs.
Oh yeah, so should we go that way?
Yeah.
What we got here? What we got? Is that what you want?
Nando's. We like that though as well.
Yeah, we're feeling more of this though.
We just went to Nando's, and there was a bit of an incident in there with some kids whilst we were waiting. So we decided to leave because the poor waitress was struggling. So we went to Pizza Express, and then they turned around and said that we had to wait an hour and a half for a table, even though there was loads of tables available, because we didn't book. That's why.
They must have had people coming in.
I don't know. But we don't know how it works. But we've decided to leave that shopping centre for now because there's nothing really else that we fancy. We're walking to the other side of the city to another Nando's, and hopefully they will have a table for us. If not, we're just going to figure it out as we go along. But I can use this camera, which is not waterproof because it's not raining at the moment. But the other one, the lighting's just...
Oh, it's so much brighter on that.
It is. So yeah, it's cold. And should we tell them what we just said? So far we're not loving Belfast. It's not got the nicest vibe at the moment, but we're judging it quite early on. We haven't really seen much.
I'm ready to give it a fresh judgment tomorrow because we have had a bit of a stressful day as well.
Which we will touch on. Yeah, we'll touch on why we had a stressful experience this morning. Right, we're back at the hotel now. We had just...
It's not been a good day, has it?
It's not been a good day. I don't know what clips I'm going to have to use from when we came out of the first lot of restaurants. Anyway, so what happened is we went and headed for Victoria Square.
Victoria Square Shopping Centre.
And we went there because we wanted a Nando's. So we went into the shopping centre. You would have seen that bit. Went upstairs, went to Nando's. Opened the door to Nando's, there was a group of like 6 to 7 girls in front of us, and they were like, oh, there's going to be about a 10-minute wait. And then the lady said, oh, there'll be a 10-minute wait for us as well. So I was like, that's fine, we'll wait to the side. And as we waited to the side, these 3 young, I'm going to say...
Well, teenagers.
They weren't even teenagers. Well, I suppose they were young teenagers. This boy just literally lifted up a bowl of rice and just chucked it on the floor. They all 3 of them got up and ran out laughing. And this woman was just like
the waitress was just struggling to clear it up. It was rice everywhere, and there was only her and another guy on, and we were just watching them for like 10 minutes, it felt, clear up this rice, and nothing else was getting done. And I just thought we're going to be here forever. So we decided to make the decision to just leave Nando's and head to Pizza Express, literally 4 down. Went there, and the lady, when we went in, the lady said, have you booked? We said no. There's quite a few tables available. Okay, they might have been reserved, but there was a lot of tables. And she said there'd be 1 hour and 30-minute wait. So we're like, I'll just leave it. So we left there, and as we left there, we headed towards this other Nando's, which was about a 15-minute walk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we got to that Nando's, and you can continue.
Well, we walked towards the Nando's, and it looked like it was a Nando's on the ground floor of like an office building, and all of the windows it looked a bit murky and a bit kind of dark. But we thought we've walked all this way, we've been in and out of 2 other establishments, so we went in and they said, yeah, we can get you a table right away, and they sat us down and everything. But all of a sudden, both of us noticed that we were kind of coughing, and we looked up,
and there was just smoke.
Like every time you looked in a spotlight, it was like a real haze of
like
smoke.
A stage, like when you go to a concert, in the light you see that like smoke, and we weren't the only ones coughing.
No,
everyone was coughing.
But when we looked properly, you can see obviously they have an open plan kitchen in there, and whatever they were doing, they were cooking it on too high of a heat, or something was stuck on there.
If you've been to Nando's before, you know you don't really get served. You have to go up to the till, or you have to order on your phone. The QR code on our table didn't work, so we had to use the QR code on the table next to us. We didn't get any footage in there because we felt extremely uncomfortable, not only with the fact that the fire alarm kept going off, the amount of smoke and people coughing in there. We really should have just left, but we didn't. But what we decided to do is we got fruit ordered, and we got the cups after like 10 minutes of waiting, and then the food came immediately. And I will be honest, I'm rating it about 4 out of 10. The chicken was extremely dry, and the top was burnt, and that is where the smoke's coming from.
Because I understand where the smoke was coming from.
So yeah, we've eaten, but did we enjoy it? Probably not. No. We thought we might as well just quickly talk about what happened this morning, because we keep alluding to it and nothing's actually been said. It's not like dramatic or anything. It was just a series of things that didn't go well. We decided to, because we've been doing this quite frequently over the last couple of months. We've been doing it pretty much every other weekend. We've been going away. We went in this real positive, didn't we? We were this is what we're going to do. Let's go and film it. Let's go and do this. First thing before we left was that the weather was going to be awful here, and we wouldn't be able to use this camera with these mics, and that threw a bit of a spanner in the work, that we had to get the other camera ready, and how we're going to go about filming it. And then we got to Bristol Airport, and this time I booked Silver Zone, because a bit of context, this trip was actually part of a Christmas present for you, and that's why we're going to the Titanic stuff as part of this trip. But because I'd already pre-planned it, usually when we come to Bristol Airport, we've done Silver Zone. It's only recently on our trips to Spain and Italy that we've gone to short stay and become short stay converts. So we're at Silver Zone, and for those of you who don't know what Silver Zone is, it's a car park outside of the main area of the airport. So you have to park your car, drop your keys off in a central building, and then you take a bus which then takes you around to the airport. Now, that was all fine. We know what we're doing in terms of dropping the car off, and there wasn't a huge queue there.
And there wasn't a huge queue.
So that wasn't a problem, but we both actively don't enjoy parking there.
It's very, very tight parking.
It's not like the easiest thing to do. Then you've got to wait for a bus, and you get crammed on a bus, and all of that. That's not a fun start to any day. We got on the bus, and the bus driver kind of made a scene out of the fact that people weren't moving down the bus, but there was hardly anyone on the bus when we could have just gone to the airport. It was just like we didn't have a problem, and he made a kind of thing about where we were sitting. So that was just whatever. Went through, and then security.
Now, last time when we went to on a trip which required going through an airport, we went to Venice, and I made the silly mistake of leaving water inside my water bottle. Now, this time, I'd made sure that everything was absolutely fine. There was no water in my bottle. All of the toiletries are below 100 mils. All of the electronics are clearly like in the bag, flat and everything. Through security, and before we even got through security, it was the longest security queue we've had since the summer holidays. So we waited for about 20 minutes there, whereas usually we just walk through in 5 minutes. And then once the bags had gone through the bit where you leave it and you go through the scanner yourself, we noticed that the trays were all backing up on the other side. I got through the other side before you, and pretty much every single tray for the past, like me and the 7 or 8 people
Other
around
than
me,
mine.
other than yours, went off and diverted down the track where they have to then be checked by the security staff.
So the problem was not the fact that his bag was pulled aside, because normally in everyday circumstances with that, we've done it before, we've had it before, it's normally 1 in like 50 get put to the side. They get called over, you get checked, they make sure everything's all right, they give you your bag, you move on.
The usual thing.
Now, this time, it was like, because it was every other bag, they were backing up. And because there was so many and the rest of them couldn't go through the machine, they had to get on with it. They were taking trays that had just come through the machine first. So Andy's was not moving anywhere. It was just stuck in the middle.
I could see it. I'm like,
we waited
there's my bag.
25 minutes for his bag to be checked, for the guy to just go, oh, this, I'm not going to swear, but he swore. It was very unprofessional. He was like this, beep, 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 machines, beeping, beep, beep.
Why didn't it just reject it? Here you go.
Yeah, basically, it sounded like the machine was just flagging all of the bags as something's wrong with it, when there was nothing wrong on the actual scan when they checked it. So they didn't even open Andy's bag. So we waited there 25 minutes for him just to be given his. So at this point, we've been at the airport for about
an hour.
Yeah, an hour, and we've just got through security. So we're automatically like, oh, for God's sake, like this is taking forever. So normally that'd be it. No, it's nothing like that. Then we went to fill up our water bottles. So we went to the water pump things we always go to, which there's normally 4.
Water fountains usually downstairs outside Boots.
So we head there, nothing. They're all gone. Every single one's gone.
They've removed them for remodelling. So then the water station is upstairs.
1.
But rather than, because usually there's about 5 water stations and you sometimes have to wait for 2 or 3 people, but that's fine. This time there was a queue of about 25 people waiting to get their water.
Each person was filling 5 or 6 bottles
the whole
per
family.
person. So waited there for another 25 minutes to get some water.
Yeah.
So at this point, 2 hours into the airport, and we've not really achieved anything.
No.
We got to the point where we both were like getting short with each other because of all the things. And it's in hindsight, it's probably nothing.
Yeah, people are watching this thinking this is really petty.
but it bothered us because we're quite organised people, and we found it very stressful, all of it. And it shouldn't have been that stressful. So we just snapped at each other a bit. And
we had a bit of an argument in Burger King.
Yeah, because we were trying to find food, and the other thing, you go to Boots, and yes, okay, it was lunchtime. There was literally no sandwiches.
Yeah, we ended up in Burger King because there was no sandwiches in Boots. There was
WH Smith. There was only like ham and cheese.
and,
I don't
and
want
who
that.
wants and also who wants tuna and sweet corn on a flight? Anyone who does that needs to be spoken to.
But
really.
like everything, everywhere had either a huge queue or it didn't have any food.
Didn't have any. There was no restocking, so we were left with let's just go to Burger King and get something, because while I'd had a pastry for breakfast, you'd not really eaten anything.
No.
And we thought, yeah, it's not a long flight, and yeah, we're going to Belfast, so we'll be able to get something from Tesco or whatever, but it was going to be 5 or 6 o'clock before we'd eaten, so I was insistent that we ate something.
I'm glad we did with what's just happened with trying to find a restaurant.
So all we wanted was to get like a burger, not like sit down meal or anything. And then the guy in Burger King's telling me how to queue properly when I'm an adult, I know how to queue.
And also that we were already at a machine, and he was telling us that we needed to go and stand over there to then come to this machine. So it was just like lots of people. The problem is, I know everyone's doing a job, but it felt like everyone was a job's worth this time. Everyone was purposely going.
Everything was a hurdle.
Every little step was just too much. Like, it's like, when you go through these gates and they check your passport, and then they check your passport again, they check your passport again. We didn't have it this time. We just had it on everything else. Everyone wanted 9 things before we've actually got to the thing. And
But
then
the funny thing is, as we were driving to the airport, you were going, "Oh, it's only 11:10. It's only 11:15. We've left so early." But by the time all of this had happened, it was then right.
Yeah, obviously,
the info's on the board. So
it was a blessing in disguise that we went that early. But as we spoke about off camera, that is the problem why I don't enjoy being there. I don't like being at the airport and having that experience for 3-4 hours before you even get on a plane. To then sit on the plane for less time than you just spent at Bristol Airport. That's what's crazy about it.
The flight itself went off on time.
Yeah,
it was probably dead on an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little bit bumpy on the way down because it's quite cloudy. But other than that, getting from here to the airport to the city centre, really easy. We've got a whole video on that. It's only a short video, but it's just showing you how you can do it, just in case you were interested. That was really easy. But other than that, we haven't really had a chance to really see everything. We're going on first impressions. It's not there for us at the moment. We're not vibing with the place, but we've got loads of things planned here. That is why we came here. We haven't come here to do the other things, but we saw a restaurant, what we now both wish we went to, which hopefully we're going to do tomorrow, which is called
City Picnic.
City Picnic. It looked like quite a hipstery burger pizza place. So
burger, pizzas, rice bowls, salads.
Yeah, good.
So we don't have to eat the same thing.
No. So we're going to be doing that, but we're back at the hotel now, and we're just going to shower, chill and stuff, and then we'll pick you up in the morning and we will have a little adventure around, see what's going. We haven't planned exactly what we're doing tomorrow morning, but we will take you along with us, and then we'll head to the Titanic Museum, which will be a separate video, and we'll see what we can find tomorrow.
So hopefully once we've had some rest, tomorrow will be a better day.
Yeah, it's just been one of those, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's just been lots of small things. Nothing majorly went wrong, but it was lots of irritating things happened.
Anyway, night.